Good afternoon, this is Anthony Mariscal. This week we'll be talking about the implementation of lessons learned throughout the semester. So how will what you learn in this course modify your project plan? Using what I've learned in this course, we can deduce that using proper communication techniques to relay information to the project team and stakeholders is paramount in simplifying a plan. We have learned that the best way to communicate with people is to be inclusive, as team members bring innovative ideas to the table. By being inclusive and letting members address friction points and identify feasible solutions, the plan could be streamlined. It is always better to gain more input from everyone than limited input from a few. Additionally, incorporating a digital platform to promote transparency is necessary in the communications process. Using one of many project management applications and storing it in a cloud-based system offers team members real-time updates or significant changes. Understanding the major components of the communication plan is necessary in modifying our project plans. As we have demonstrated, the use of communications plan can be robust with multiple types of reports and who's responsible for ensuring that those reports are addressed and when. Delegating these communications to specific people instead of assuming that the project manager is responsible for them spreads the workload among the team members, subtracting idle time from them. Lastly, controlling risk is a process that involves the implementation of risk response plans, such as assigning risk owners, and establishing contingency plans are designed to mitigate the risk and lower the possibility of risk materializing. Controlling risk also allows managers to identify the risks, track them in a measurable matrix, monitor residual risks, and evaluate the control measures throughout the project. Controlling risk fosters an environment of proactivity so that the team does not spend their entire time reacting to occurrences. What type of updates will you make based on what you learned in this course on the additional work and unexpected event? Some updates that I will suggest to the team are updating the communications matrix. We have identified the communication types such as meetings, general information, specific reports, which are objective and show increase of productivity and glide path. But what we did not fully capture was the audience of those meetings. We later identified the stakeholders and determined that their expectations, influence, and impact as part of initiating phase of the process chart. In the RACI matrix, we identified the project sponsors, steering committee, the city leadership and council, training leads, functional leads, IT leads, medical equipment subject matter experts, the project team members, the finance team, the vehicle design team, and public relations team. Before we had identified them, I assumed that only certain people were necessary in the communications plan, but now I'm assured that the audience of the key personnel is imperative in communicating the statuses and events. In our plan, we are modifying communications plan matrix to further identify the audience and personnel responsible for managing those communications. For risk management, we will be revising the risk audit and risk assessment, where we will provide further information for stakeholders and project managers to fully understand the message that is being relayed. So modifications that should be made to the risk audit matrix. Although we identified the risk, timeline to audit, and procedures, we did not devise a checklist to accompany it. Because we did not identify a proper matrix to objectively measure critical success factors, there's no way to conduct a proper audit because we cannot gather the should happen, did happen data. My recommendation is instead of the in accordance with SOP column, that we label a checklist and question the procedures. The questions should read something similar to, who reviewed the cost management plan? What were the cost estimates? What was the difference from initial estimate to current spending? What these questions do is give the team a realistic measure of progress throughout the project.